Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good.
You can't be recording in here.
Really?
No.
Why?
There's policy you can't be recording in here, sir.
It's a government building, though.
It doesn't matter. Some places are not open to the public. That area especially, you can't be recording.
Okay, but this area is pretty open, right?
You can. There's a policy. You have the clerk talk to you, but you can't.
Can we see the policy?
So, yeah, I'll show it to you.
Okay.
Okay?
You can go right down there to the city clerk and
Please
she'll
go
be
over
able
and
to
talk
help
to
you.
her. She'll tell you. Please do it so now.
We're waiting for my friend to come out of the restroom.
Okay, I got it, but do me a favor. Okay? You can film where you want. Just do me a favor, though, and do that, please.
Do what?
You can't be filming here.
We're going to continue. I'm doing a journalistic report on my friends here.
I understand.
No? My name is Arnie. Who you are? Taylor. And who you with?
Okay, they're here. Oh, Arnie's here. Okay. Arnie.
Sure, I'm gonna have to ask you again to turn it off until we clear this up.
Okay, hold on a second.
Okay, if not, I'm gonna have to call the police.
Arnie.
And don't record me.
Listen, sir, I'm going to continue recording. I'm doing a job, and
I'm asking you politely.
I'm asking you politely to respect my right to record.
No, respect my right. I don't want to be recorded.
Well,
I'm an employee here. I already did. I did.
It's a
You're
public
staying in
area,
the
right?
camera. I'm not doing
No, but I don't want to be
This is a
recorded.
public area, correct?
The building. Let me
Correct.
speak to her. Don't record me.
Hold on, you want,
I'm telling you.
Or you want Arnie?
Well, this is a public area.
You're gonna
so
keep
I'm
on?
entitled to
Sir,
be
you're the one
recorded.
standing in the camera. You're the one.
I know who they are.
No, they won't say who they are.
Well, he's here for you guys. We're just.
Hi, I'm here to make a public record request.
Okay.
Let me call you back.
I wanted to
You
inspect them.
guys are not together, right?
These guys are with me.
Okay.
We're actually journalists. We're covering these guys. We're doing a
I'm just here to make a
journalistic
public
report.
request. They're doing what they're doing. I'm just here to make a public record request.
Okay.
I want to inspect and photograph the last invoice or payment you all made to the four League of Cities. So just whichever one, the most recent one you got, the most recent transaction.
Okay, you
with
need to
Florida.
fill up your request.
And that's it.
She'll be happy to help you with that.
Okay.
Okay, I just gave it to her. Yeah.
Well, you need to fill out a form.
There's a
Oh, I have to fill out a
Yes, sir.
form?
There's a form.
I need to have a second and fill out.
Okay, so I just so I'm clear. So I'll need to fill this form out first?
Yes. and it takes to the
So it has to be in writing?
Yes, sir. It has to be
You can do it via email as well.
But it has to be in
It has
writing
to be
either
in
way?
It has to be in writing, yes.
Hmm. So I just can't walk in and see it then?
No, sir.
So it's a city policy that you have to make it in writing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, what are your names?
Carolina Laredo?
Okay. And this gentleman, his name?
I'm Arnie Alonso.
Is Marbley's here?
No, unfortunately, she's out.
She is.
Her mom is ill. She's our city clerk.
Okay. Is Marbley's aware of this policy?
Yes.
Yes, she is.
She's the city clerk.
She implemented the policy of a written public records
It's
request?
always been that case. Ever since I've been here.
Is the city manager available by any chance?
There's no city manager here.
There's not. So the highest ranking
It's the mayor.
is the mayor. Is he, and I honestly don't know, is he here or is he?
He's in the building, but he's unavailable.
Okay. Well, who would I talk to about the policy? Because it's problematic.
Sir, we'll be more than happy to take your request, and you can email her.
But only if I make it in writing.
Yeah, you can take your request in writing.
But it has to be in writing.
Yeah. Or you could refer it to the city attorney as well.
Is the city attorney available?
No, he's not, sir.
Is he somebody you can reach on the phone?
Then we got more
What's
people
up?
with cameras.
What's up, Carlos?
Mr. Mayoral candidate Juan Biggie Santana.
How we doing, sir?
We're doing good. We're doing good.
You know, I'm a great follower of you guys. How we doing?
Chandler. Hey, nice to meet you.
Juan Santana, sir. How you
First
doing?
time, yeah. Good.
We got the Pinnack Posse in Hialeah.
That's it. That's what I thought. You need to put her in writing. It's always been the policy.
So are you going to show me that policy about the cameras that we're not allowed to record?
They will be dealing with that you shortly.
Who's they?
That's the city attorney. You can put that in writing as well. That's a public record request.
I thought you were going to give it to me.
I'm not going to give it to you.
Well, you just said you were going to give it to me.
No, I didn't. I never said that.
All right. You
I said that's a policy.
Sorry, just trying to.
Yeah,
one
let's
conversation.
one at a time.
Is the city attorney somebody that you can reach by phone? That you can reach by phone?
You can email him. I'll be happy to
But
give you
can
his
you
email.
reach him by phone?
I don't know if he's available right now.
Would you try contacting him and letting him know that Joel Chandler's here?
When you are?
Joel Chandler?
Okay, and he's supposed to know you?
I suspect that he will.
Okay. Yeah. No, they keep asking questions and all that, so they won't. And they're filming. Oh, it's okay. Everybody's nice. I'm being nice. All right, bye.
So you guys are recording us, so we should have the right to record you guys. Goes both ways.
Sorry, I don't mean to be awkward. Are you trying to contact the attorney now?
Yes, please.
Okay, all right, great, thank you.
So the city attorney is going to explain to us the policy about video recording, right? That you guys can record us, but we can't record you guys. That'd be very interesting because that'd be very unique to the United States of America. The Hialeah has their own policy as far as recording inside the government office.
So you guys can't make an exception?
This is the city of progress, Hialeah.
We're firm on that, there's no... Okay. All right, you folks have a good day.
Thank you. All right, let's go.
Make sure
Let's roll out.
empty.
I guess they limited the memo to just coastal communities. They're not a part of the family.
Sir, I gotta shake your hand, man. Sir, how you doing?
How you doing?
Are you guys here for us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're here because we like to visit.
Oh, have a good day.
All right, sorry.
Sure.
The second floor.
Oh, sorry.
Second floor.
Thank you.
Oh, we got one more coming in.
Come on.
You working for the television? You working for the television? It's party today. What happened? Oh, so many people here.
The
So
government
many people
transparency
here today.
reality show.
I
know,
forget
What
right?
happened?
Probably you should sell that, man. I'm telling
What
you.
happened? We don't know what happened. Oh,
Segundo
this is
piso,
first
man.
floor. Okay, thank you very
Segundo piso,
much.
bye.
Have a good one.
Have a good
Bye.
one.
Vamos a saltar para acá de la Hialeah.
So we go back up?
We're down.
There's a fourth floor?
Yeah.
Go stand next to the Washington monument there. The sphere. You know the Hialeah Police Department is understaffed extremely amount. And they call them over here. For
The cops come for us.
I know.
Big deal.
Hold on.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
I'm having the time of my life.
Awesome.
How about you?
Good, good.
I will give you my name as soon as I get your ID.
I'm Taylor.
What do you need his ID?
I need everybody's ID. I need to take down
Video
information.
Can we see
This has
your
nothing
ID?
to do- Sure.
Well,
Right here.
Okay, well, here's my ID then.
Okay.
Here's my
Let me
ID.
have
Am I being detained?
But here's my ID.
I'm not detaining anybody.
That's all
I
right.
need to get some names and numbers.
Can we go though?
We can go there.
I'll tell you what. No. Now you're being detained.
Am I being detained?
Are you part of this group?
I just came here to make a public records request.
Okay.
So why are you detaining him?
Are you part of this group?
I know.
I need to get a report that they came here to visit.
Have we
These,
committed a crime though?
This is not a crime.
So
It's an
why do you
investigative
report?
But you're detaining me basically I committed a crime, correct?
No, sir.
So can I leave then?
No, you cannot leave because I'm conducting an investigation.
I understand that, but have I
I'm
committed a crime?
conducting
though?
an investigation.
It's just an
But you
investigation.
detained me against my free will, which I can't leave anymore.
Okay, you're taking it wrong.
Pardon me.
What
Do
happened?
you mind if I stand in the shade a little more?
We came
Is
in
that
with
okay?
cameras.
I'm in the sun, you are in the sun. How's that? May I have your IDs, every single one of you?
So we are under no legal requirement to provide our IDs if we're not being detained for a crime. Is that correct?
No, that is not correct.
Then what is the law? Then you can ask for my ID and
Because in the city of Hialeah, when
you
we
have your-
have people invade, as you guys did,
yeah.
we need to get and write a report of the incident, nothing more.
So you don't know why?
So you're not complying.
I'll be happy to give you my
Sir,
name, but I
I do
don't want
not.
to give you my identification.
Well, I'm mayor of...
You told me your name, I'll give you my name.
I
My
understand.
name is Carl Santana. That's all I can do. I don't have like... I'm just being completely honest.
Yeah, and I'm Carlos Miller. I mean, I don't hide who I am, but I'm under no legal requirement to show you my identification unless I'm being detained for a crime. And I just want to keep it legal, that's all. That's all the whole point. I don't want to just have to give up my rights.
You're not giving up a right.
Well, yeah. If I have to give
An investigation.
What are you investigating?
We're investigating what had occurred.
Well, what had occurred? We went in there
I
for
don't
public
know. I
records.
came in there to find out. And
We
you
asked for
guys are
public records.
exiting,
That's what
so
we did.
now
That's
I
what
want to
happened.
find out what happened.
Did you hear
So
anything
you
else?
want to tell me what happened?
We came in and asked for public records. And these gentlemen are looking for public records, and I'm doing a journalistic report on them.
I
And
can't
that's
see
it.
my public records.
That's it. That's it.
But I saw the room was full, so I left.
That's it. That's why, I mean, my name is Carlos Miller. I run a blog called photographiesonthecrime.com. I'm running a book on citizen journalism. A section of that book is on public records.
Yeah, but you're shaking. I see you shaking like if you feel you did
Well,
something wrong.
because I feel like you're going to fucking pounce on me anytime.
You have a gun.
I'm shaking because you have a gun.
You have a
Okay, so
gun.
please stay away from me.
Wait.
All right?
I may have a gun, but have I done any personal attack on you? Have I used any
Well, you're
foul
asking for my
language?
identification when you know you have no right to do that.
No, that's wrong. I do have a right to ask you for your identification.
Well, you have the right to ask for it, and I have the right not to give it to you.
Why not free
And
to
let's
go,
leave it at
officer?
that. All right?
Sergeant?
All right?
Am I not free to
Speaking,
go?
no, you're not free
Get my
to.
information already. Am I free to go? Get my information already.
I will find out from my officer. Right now, I don't trust you because you could be lying to me, just like you guys could be lying to me. Do you get his ID?
Am I free to go? Yes, I did. Am I free to go?
So now you're free to go.
I'm just gonna go right over here.
Now, can you get this gentleman's name?
Hey, if you
Here's my identification right here.
That's it?
Yeah.
Can I take it off your...
Yeah. Suppress fast.
Can I have one of my papers, keys? That way I can give him my identification from there.
Okay, you already got his ID?
Yes, sir. I'm
Huh? So whichever one, he probably speaks both.
You mind giving me a date of birth?
Here you go, sir.
I do actually. Yeah, but you can look it up.
You know how to look at it?
I mean, you know, I'm everywhere, man.
Hey, you're still shaking though.
I drink a lot of Cuban coffee, bro. You know, that's what happens when you drink a lot of Cuban coffee.
No. I
have
think
your
it's
first
because
ID?
you borderline
You have your ID on you?
on what is right and what is wrong, and you're very worried.
So you think I committed a crime in there, right? Even though,
Exactly.
even though I'm getting everything on camera, I would
I'm just
record
saying
myself
that
committing a
based on your
crime.
behavior, you're very nervous.
Oh, I already have.
Okay.
Really? I understand that's what you guys do. You guys intimidate people, then you call them out for being intimidated.
I'm not intimidating you in any way.
Really? Am I free to go?
Not just yet.
If I walk out here, what's
Is
going to
he
happen? If
free
I
to
walk
get
out to the
information?
car, what's going to happen?
Now you're free to go.
Okay.
No problem.
Sorry. Once that time, I'm running for Mayor Hialeah, sir. All right, I want to take care of you guys, all right? But don't violate people's rights, please. You guys are violating people's rights. Don't do that. That's just wrong. You don't do that. This is America. This is not Cuba. This is not Cuba. You guys need to stop violating people's rights. You know, you guys detained us for the last 15 minutes for no reason at all.
We're not demanding. Can you give us, like everybody else did?
I already gave it to the gentleman upstairs when I was making my public records request and invited him to contact
And
the
you?
city attorney. I have to give it to you?
Well, I mean, we're asking everybody. What is it?
Honestly, I don't want to be. I don't want to be.
We've been hired
I don't
by the city
to
prevent people from getting injured. So when a group shows up, as you guys did, it's very intimidating to other people.
I had like.
To form a group and intimidate other people,
So I
yeah,
suppose,
they're under a threat. So I'm answering your question now.
Okay.
You're intimidating other people.
To ask for public records.
No, there's asking for a public record is not the question.
That's what we did.
You asked for a public record. Whether they gave it to you or not, I don't know.
Right.
But I will tell you that you guys assembled as a group, show up, and
We had the
people
right
are
to assemble in the First Amendment. Are you
You're
aware of
right.
that?
Yeah.
You're right. But people are fearful. They're
I-
afraid.
Because they don't know their rights.
Because we walked in
No,
with cameras.
people are fearful when people get into a group, regardless of whether you're 100% honest people or not.
You guys need to get
In
reformed.
this day and
That's why I'm
age,
running for mayor.
people
Well,
are
we walked
afraid.
in, we walked down,
You
and no
see
crime
it
was
on the
committed.
news every day. Now, I'm going to
People
ask
walking into
one
the city
thing.
hall with cameras.
Don't edit.
No, I'm
Because
not.
I know what a lot
I-
of people on the blogs and they get on the internet, and they'll cut one piece and add another piece and add another piece.
Well, we'll do that
and
for-
then they intimidate and make people look bad.
No, we're doing it for time purposes. We don't want to run the whole video.
I believe you. I believe you. I don't get involved in politics.
This is not political. This is my rights. The
This
Hialeah
is-
Police Department has violated my rights more than 4
Have
times.
I violated your rights
No, the
right
Hialeah Police Department has.
Have I violated his rights
You,
today?
by you guys?
Well, you
by
asked for
guys-
identification,
I-
so that is a violation of
Well,
our rights.
because we were called for service because people were intimidated
Well, the
by
thing
you.
is, you
I'm
need to
trying
educate them on their
relay-
rights. You
Listen,
got to educate them on their rights.
your first
officer.
name again was what?
My name is Juan Santana. I
Juan.
am running for mayor
Juan.
of Hialeah.
Juan, I am
I'm going to
Sergeant
say that
Garrett.
again.
Juan,
Yes.
I'm trying to help you out.
I understand,
And I'm
Sarge.
trying to explain
But
to
I
you
don't want my rights to be violated.
Why? I understand.
Yes.
But I want you to understand that when a group of people shows up, whether it's you or anybody else, people get intimidated.
Is that illegal?
If a group of mayors or not mayors, but any group in there comes out and they attack one person,
Nobody
and
attacked anybody.
You're using the wrong
they
word.
get
That's very
intimidated.
inflammatory
In that
word.
case, they have the right
Attack?
to call 911,
No victim.
and
So
we show
Why
up
did
to
you,
find
Sergeant,
out.
why did you use the word
Who called,
attack
sir?
when you know we did not attack anybody?
I don't know if
we
you're
did attack someone,
attacking.
we would be in
That's
jail
why
right now.
we came.
We didn't attack
Because
anybody. You know we
nobody
didn't
knows
attack.
if they're
Even
being
the guy
attacked
I've heard that
and
guy
they
on the
were in
phone. He
fear.
said we're being cool. So we didn't attack anybody. And just for you guys to say that is
I'm
so
trying
very
to help you.
inflammatory.
If we go on with business suits, that's
Really?
personal.
Don't you think?
No, I don't.
Okay, if you
I'm
hear,
trying to give you advice.
okay, if you hear
I'm
another
trying to
officer
tell you.
on the radio say, I'm being attacked by a guy with a camera, you're going to go over there with your guns drawn,
Nice and silent.
right?
Did I come to you with my
No, but
gun
if you
drawn?
hear- yes or
Did
no?
I come to you with my gun drawn?
No, but you yes or no.
Okay.
If you hear a report
So,
of another officer
now
getting
I have
attacked.
another question.
Yes, sir.
Have I conducted myself professionally?
Well, you shouldn't have asked for identification. I mean, you didn't need to. There was no crime being
Yes,
committed.
I do. Yes,
There's
I
no
do.
crime being committed.
The crime is people were in fear.
Terryville, Ohio.
And in order to find...
What ordinance is that?
It's a crime. Yes.
People were in fear for what? Cameras?
Correct.
We walk in, there's cameras everywhere. That's all. We're just trying to keep government honest.
This has nothing to do with the cameras, okay? And you're using cameras because you are intimidating people with it.
No, because we're trying to protect ourselves.
This is
That's
our
why.
First Amendment rights,
You
sir.
you're
We wanna
right.
protect
You're
ourselves.
right.
Put yourself on the
But you
Constitution,
know that when
Sarge.
you come in with a bunch of cameras and a bunch of people,
And that's
you
wrong?
intimidate others.
But is that don't we have our
Intimidating
freedoms?
others is wrong.
No. Don't we have our freedoms? I've been
You have your
intimidated by
freedom,
your department
but
for years.
intimidating others is wrong.
Really? So you guys are intimidated of cameras?
Demanding for IDs.
No, that's not what I'm
Or
saying.
people in numbers in cameras? What, 5 or more, or 4 or
No,
more?
cameras
or
have
6 or more?
nothing to
What-
do with it.
Then what is it? What is it? 6 or more people at a time?
You're trying to be unreasonable.
No, I'm just trying to
No.
be specific.
Logic.
That's
Sarge,
all.
but even
I'm trying to.
after
I'm asking
we
what
already
is
asked them for
what is
ID,
it
they
that
still wanted
was
to leave
wrong here?
work. They're still here entertaining the progress, right?
Yeah.
Entertaining what's going on. You guys
How we doing tomorrow,
give us
baby?
your ID.
Good afternoon, sir.
You guys are free to go, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
We're here
After
assembling,
you
speaking
hang
to each other. But Sarge kept talking to us, so.
You guys have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, Marlo. You have a good day, sir.
Well, we were at the city of Hialeah. I went into the city clerk's office with my friend Terrell Elliston and Kyle Altador. The three of us wanted to make a public records request. We wanted to inspect and photograph the most recent transaction between the city of Hialeah and the Florida League of Cities. We were told in unequivocal terms that the public records request would have to be submitted to the city in writing. I asked them repeatedly if that was in fact the city policy. They stated emphatically that it was. I invited them to contact the acting city clerk, who I've talked to over the phone, and is a very nice lady. Apparently she's out on medical leave, so I invited them to contact the city attorney, which they said they were going to do, but nothing ever happened. And again, before I left, I emphatically asked them very clearly, do we have to make our public records request in writing? And they were very insistent that we would have to, and they actually gave me a form. The problem is that the Florida Public Records Act is very clear on this point. The custodian of a public record cannot create non-statutory hurdles to access, including making a written public records request. This is an issue that has been litigated many times. It's gone all the way to the Florida Supreme Court. This is not an issue that's open to interpretation. It is a violation of the Public Records Act to require someone to make a request in writing. And that's exactly what they did. So hopefully I can have a dialogue with the powers that be and get them to change their policy and to stop perpetuating a policy that violates the civil rights of Floridians and allow us to be able to make a public records request by simply walking in off the street and inspecting what are public records, meaning that they're records that are owned by the public and they're simply in the custody of the city of Hialeah.
Yeah. But what happened? Then the cops came and basically.
Yeah, that was a little disturbing.
Can you take a picture of the media in the room?
The law enforcement showed up in force. At one point, I guess there were 3 and then 4 or 5 officers. They were insisting that I produce identification, that Hialeah and Terrell produce identification, and then you gentlemen who were videotaping, they seem to be very upset that anyone be videotaping, which is curious because you have a statutory right not only to inspect and copy public records, to actually photograph public records. And of course they are in a public space, they're public officials in the official discharge of their public duties, and they're objecting to being videotaped, which is curious, especially since they are videotaping people that walk into the office. They were very insistent that we produce identification. I ultimately asked if this was a Terry stop, and I was told, of course not, at which point I walked away.
Okay, so you did not show them identification?
No, I did not show them identification. It had been
you guys didn't show them identification?
I handed him my flyer
Okay.
that I'm running for mayor.
I gave him a press pass.
No,
Yeah.
we didn't produce any form of identification. We didn't give a name or anything.
I mean, I gave him a press pass, it's hanging there, and I just do it for professional reasons, but I'm not going to pull out my driver's license.
Yeah, no,
Or I didn't get my DOB at all.
I would have been certainly if it had been a Terry stop, I would have been very willing to comply. But when I asked if it was a Terry stop, I kept asking, do I have
So that's what we have to do. So I guess because I kept asking him, have we committed a crime, and we went back and forth. So I guess we got to be specific and say, is this a Terry stop?
I asked him.
You asked about a Terry stop?
Terry stop officer? He didn't answer my question.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's a Terry stop, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in Terry v. Ohio that law enforcement officers, if they have a reasonable suspicion that a suspect has committed a crime, is committing a crime, or about to commit a crime, they have the authority to briefly detain someone, to try to ascertain their identity, to figure out what they're up to, do a superficial pat down. But they have to be able to articulate a reasonable suspicion that a crime is in progress or has just been committed or is about to be committed. Obviously, walking into a public building and exercising a constitutionally protected civil right to access public records, there's no reasonable suspicion of any crime. We were not ill-behaved. We didn't cause a ruckus. I mean, the animated demeanor that was displayed was not by us, but by the folks who should have just said, yeah, here are the records, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that compliance with the Public Records Act is as simple as just producing the records. Instead, they turned this into a circus. And it's unfortunate because hopefully we can have a dialogue and litigation won't be necessary, but if they're not willing to change the policy, then of course, that's what
we have a big issue here with transparency in our city.
And I can see why.
Yes.
If you come in to make a public records request, you are permitted to do that without having to disclose any personal information,
yes,
so that you can make an anonymous request. And there'd be lots of reasons people would want to make an anonymous request. So anyway, that's how our day unfolded. It was interesting, to say the least.